What's going on, y'all? Machiavelli Mills TV. Y'all hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. So, once again, another, I'm about to say Chicago, another comedian is addressing Katt Williams on Club Shay Shay. Only this time is my Chicago brother. That's why I'm finna say Chicago. Lil Rel Howery, right? Shout out to Lil Rel, man. He's a real Chicago dude, through and through. You hear me? Only he from the west side, I'm from the south side, you know, and I done lived in every area on the south side, from the low end to the Wild Hunteds to over east, because over east is really just southeast, but we act like people in the hood created the east side of Chicago. There's no real east side, but it's really the southeast side, whatever. But anyway, my Chicago brother was on there, and he was talking about Katt Williams. And Shannon asked him, like, he was like, you once said that you felt like Katt was jealous of you. And he was like, nah, man, I was just talking shit. I don't think Katt jealous of me. He said, I do believe he's jealous of Kevin Hart, though, right? And that is something that I felt for years. I really felt that Katt Williams was jealous of Kevin Hart. Not jealous of Kevin's comedy, because Katt is funnier than Kevin to me, right? Not jealous of, you know, he's selling out shows, because Katt sold out shows too. I think he's jealous of Kevin's success, his stature in the game. I feel like he doesn't, like, because at one point Katt was occupying those spaces, but Kevin reached heights that Katt was never able to reach for whatever reason. Some people would call it self-destruction on Katt's part. And I don't care what nobody says. Something was going on with Katt. He was getting into going to jail a lot, getting locked up a lot, right? Getting into trouble. You know, out there wrestling with little kids and fighting little kids and shit and all that type of stuff. Something was erratic about his behavior and how he came across. Even with him displaying violence towards women. You see, what's my boy named Carlos Miller, baby mama, on YouTube. I should have pulled her name up. She speaks about Katt Williams attacking her. And what's the girl, Hazel Lee, whatever her name is, speak about Katt attacking her and all that. I believe it was something going on with Katt. And well, for whatever reason, Katt never reached the heights that Kevin Hart reached. Kevin has crossover appeal. He didn't got shoe deals with Nike. He didn't been at Hollywood, a top Hollywood dude for a while. And for whatever reason, he has been at the pinnacle that I don't think a lot of comedians a lot of them have never reached. And I think Katt has felt the way about that. I think Katt looks at Kevin and say, that spot's supposed to be mine. Now, y'all can talk about, I know all y'all finna come with conspiracy theories. Oh, Kevin only got that spot because he wore a dress and maybe he did something with the Hollywood elites. Whatever way you feel like he got it, I don't believe that. I don't believe it's an industry plant. I don't. I just feel like white people find him significantly funny. And at first, I don't care what nobody say, motherfuckers in the hood be lying. A lot of folks in the hood, before he got to be Kevin Hart, them first couple of comedy specials was funny. When he talked about how if you with him, he's not a fighter, and if you get slapped, you just got slapped. I remember when that shit came out in like 07, 08, around that time period, people was dying laughing. This is years after Soul Plane, before he got popping. People thought them specials was funny in the hood at first, right? Now, it fell off after that. After them other specials came later on, it started to decline. But Kevin was funny. In the beginning, a lot of black folks found him funny and white folks found him funny too. And white folks really found him funny. And so he's been put into a position to where, and I think he's a pleasant person to work with. He's easy to work with. He's probably one of them individuals who, he don't cause no problems in those scenes and those situations. He don't cause a scene. And people really like him. And they take to him. And I think that Katt look at that like, yo, I'm supposed to be in that space, right? And regardless of what you think, how Kevin got it. Kevin got his position. I think Katt looked like, hold on, man. I was once to do it in the movies. Now, Katt was never in movies like Kevin in like movies with The Rock and shit. Shit that you know gonna explode at the box office. Katt was in a lot of movies, but he was in a lot of more like black movies. Kevin in movies Hollywood appeal, like alongside Jack Black and shit like that. That's a different look. You know what I mean? And I'm not saying Jack Black and them is super funny, but you know when you in movies with certain co-stars, you reached a superstar height. And Kevin Hart is a superstar. He is. Whether people in the hood find him funny now, whether we relate to him or not, regardless of that, he's a superstar. And I think Katt Williams, deep down inside, feel like, damn, that's some shit I supposed to been doing. Whatever happened along the way, because Katt will make it seem like it was only because he didn't have sex with such and such. I don't believe that. As a man who, I don't know, man, I can decipher in people's behavior when they're erratic. When I talked about Monique for years and how I believed her behavior was erratic and she was off kilter with a lot of shit she was doing, people attacked me and thought I was just hating. I don't support black women. And now from the relationship that she has with her son, y'all are seeing exactly what I'm talking about. How off base she can be, off-putting she could be, how disrespectful she could be, how non-empathetic she can be, how just how she lacks compassion in certain areas, how she can rub people the wrong way. A lot of y'all, it took for y'all to see her relationship with her son to see how she could be. I saw that years ago. The same way I could see that Katt feel a way about Kevin Hart's success. Because he had no reason. He just started attacking Kevin for no reason. No reason for a while before Kevin even responded. And people see Kevin saying something about Katt on the Breakfast Club, but he only did that in response to Kevin attacking him, right? Attacking him continuously. He attacked Tiffany Haddish. He called Lil Rel ugly as hell, right? Which is why Rel bombed back on him. And just like in typical Chicago Negro fashion, you say something about me, I'm going to keep bombing on your ass. I don't give a fuck, right? And so, yeah, like Katt was steady talking about Kevin negatively for years. And I believe it's because he always wanted to occupy that space. Katt can fool y'all all he wants to and make y'all think he's satisfied with just being a black folks comedian, but he's not. I believe he really wants to be in that Hollywood realm, and he wants to be able to be, and again, he's still selling out, doing well for himself, but he's not getting the same type of money that Kevin Hart is getting. And I believe he wants to get that money. See, folks, motherfucker can tell you some shit. Y'all believe it. Oh, man, I would have won the championship, but I'm too real of a nigga to get the championship. I'm too real of a nigga to do that. I don't believe stuff like that. I don't. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't believe, oh, Kevin just was he was in here. He only got the success because he wore a dress. I don't believe Kevin was in there doing stuff with men and all that. No, right? I think Katt had self-sabotage on him. There's some stuff that he was doing, probably in there cussing folks out, being belligerent at times, because I do believe he is quite frantic and he's unhinged at times. He has unbridled aggression at times. You know what I mean? And I think that led to him self-destructing at certain points in his career. And him not being able to get certain things and certain roles because they looked at it like, oh, no, we can't bring him over here in this Hollywood because he's going to act a fool. He going to cuss motherfuckers out in here. He going to be snapping, all of that. And they saw that. Kevin, he cool. He going to come in there, tell his jokes, do the show, whatever, be cool with everybody, and that be what it be. You can't tell me Kevin don't got a good heart when he offered that bread to Monique. Now, he might not have wanted to be attached to Monique because he's seen how unhinged she was and how wild and reckless she was. And he wasn't willing to cut off his nose to spite his face. He wasn't willing to sacrifice his whole everything for her. But he offered her bread and money. And people seem to forget that. They don't forget the part about Monique saying he offered her money to help her in a situation where she couldn't get no work at the time. You know what I mean? And I think Katt is jealous of that success. He want to be at that pinnacle. Regardless of him being funnier than Kevin, he wants to be in that stratosphere of success, and he's not. And he looks at Kevin Hart and say, I don't like that shit. So he was taking every angle to attack Kev. He's a gatekeeper. A lot of them was doing it. A lot of them, Mike Epps too. Oh, Kev got writers, woo, because they didn't like that Kev was at the pinnacle, at the top of superstardom, and you know, and some of them weren't. Even though they was having success and they was selling out shows, Kevin Hart was in another stratosphere, and everybody know that he still is. Again, man, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, the biggest star in Hollywood, he's standing next to The Rock in movies, co-starring alongside of him. He didn't ride along with Cube. Katt Williams used to be with Cube. You hear me? Now he didn't ride along with Cube right there, right with Cube. You know? So I think Katt felt a way about that. And he was not jealous of his funny. He was jealous of the success and say, damn, that's supposed to be me. Fuck Kev. I don't like him. His ass on some other shit. Because, again, and y'all know how Hollywood played it only one black comedian can be popping at a time. Versus Dave Chappelle, then it's Katt Williams, it was Bernie Mac before Dave Chappelle, and now it's Kevin Hart. They don't put a whole bunch of us all at the top at one time, not at that pinnacle. And I feel like Katt know that, and he look like, oh no, I want that top spot. I deserve it more. Maybe because he feel like, oh, my shit is funnier than Kev, so I'm supposed to be at the top. But whatever it is, he was hating on Kev's success. He didn't like that Kev was the dude up there because he felt like he probably more talented than Kev. He probably would be. He is funnier. But it is what it is. He was hating. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like he just was mad he wasn't in that because at one point he was close. He was gaining momentum, but he didn't reach the pinnacle due to his own reasons. Peace. That's what I feel like.